All information presented here is for informational purposes only. Presenters are not financial advisors, and all the presenters' opinions are their own, and it is not intended to be a substitute for financial investment advice. And of course, past results are not indicative of future results.
All right. Thank you for that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's call. This is the EasyBot Trading and Market Insights call. We are excited to be here today, excited to do this call with you guys. And we've got lots and lots of great stuff to talk about. And we want to jump in today's call, but we've got folks still coming in through the front door. So we're going to give it a couple more minutes for people to get settled and situated. Just so you know, for today's call, the chat is turned off. You can reach out to the host and co-host if you have a question. Any Q&A that we do during today's call will be at the end of the call. If you have a question, we want to keep it centered around today's topic, which is trading in EasyBot. If you have support-related issues or anything else, we'll deal with that in another setting. So let's give it a couple more minutes while folks are still coming in. And we'll get started here shortly. Mohammed's in the room. Coach Ken is in the room. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to all our guests from all around the world. Make yourself comfortable. We'll get started here shortly. All right. Welcome again. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world joining us. We want to welcome you to today's call. This is the EasyBot Market Trading and Market Insights call. It's a special time that we get together and we get to spend some time with our CEO, Muhammad Ali. The purpose of today's call is for our guests, we want to welcome you and introduce you to EasyBot. It's an amazing automated crypto trading platform. It's a piece of software that trades crypto for you 24/7 in really amazing ways. We'll get into a quick overview for the benefit of our guests and those who are new on the call with us today. We are going to do a quick overview on EasyBot and all of the features that you can expect when you're using EasyBot. And then if you hang through with us on the call, then Mohammed, our CEO, is going to jump in and actually open up a couple of live accounts. And we'll look at how EasyBot has performed. If you're familiar with or have been paying attention to what's going on in the crypto markets, then you'll know that the market has been struggling as of late. Last week, we saw Bitcoin hit in the $17,000 range. Hasn't been that low in a number of years. And so a good question that a lot of you may be asking, how is EasyBot handling all of this volatility that's happening in the market? Well, we'll open up a couple of live accounts and we'll actually answer that question for you. But today, to get us started, we do want to do an overview just to expose those of you guys who might be new, who might be guests on the call. We want to again welcome you. Thank you for joining us. Thank those who invited you for inviting you to this call. So let's jump into a quick overview. We'll do this for a few minutes and then we'll come back and spend some time with Mohammed.
Welcome. This is a presentation and a discussion about EasyBot. Slogan for EasyBot is Crypto Made Easy. And we believe that we are reshaping the future of crypto trading. Now, first things first, we're going to cover some important business here. Want to make sure that everybody here understands that any information presented is for informational purposes only. Presenters are not financial advisors. All the presenters' opinions are their own. It's not intended to be a substitute for financial investment advice. Now, past results are not indicative of future results. So let's talk a little bit about EasyBot. I think it's important that you understand not just the product, but you also understand the company and the people behind the story. And we really do have a very interesting story. So let's start by asking the question, what do we mean when we say crypto made easy? It is more than just a catchy slogan. This is our mantra, and it is our story. You see, for too many people, cryptocurrency is hard. It can be difficult to learn, confusing to understand. It's laden with risk. We've seen a lot of that happen in the markets here lately. Now, EasyBot was born from this kind of a struggle. You see, during the spring of last year in 2021, our CEO and founder, Muhammad Ali, was confronted with these kinds of realities. He stumbled through his own challenges, had some losses, and then he saw the potential of automated cryptocurrency trading. He was introduced to a solution that performed well at first, but then the market took a massive drop, similar to what we've seen here recently, and everything changed. He and those people that he had been introducing to this platform, they were no longer experiencing the best of crypto. and no longer making profits. And maybe you've been in a program or an experience like that. And so Muhammad was unwilling to allow his friends to sit in frustration and panic. He went to work, he leaned into his professional training as an engineer and his passion for numbers, and he began developing a strategy that eventually saw the trades that he had and his friends had in their portfolios begin to grow and perform again. And over the next few months, that strategy evolved beyond the capabilities of the platform that they were using. And so the vision for EasyBot was born. And EasyBot is very, very special for a lot of the reasons we'll talk about here today. It's powered by some amazing technology and a really brilliant strategy. However, what makes EasyBot most special to us is the people and the problems that it was designed to solve. You see, we believe that crypto is the future and it doesn't have to be hard. So we make it easy. This is Muhammad Ali. He is the founder and CEO here in our home office in Dubai. And what we're talking about in that meeting are things like our vision. And so our vision for EasyBot is to create a future, create a bridge to the future through technology and crypto. What does that really mean? What it means is that we recognize that there are hundreds of millions of people coming into crypto. We want to give people a bridge to a future where crypto is going to be central to the lives that we live, much like the internet is today. And so we'll do that with a focus on our core values. Those values are service, integrity, trust, respect, leadership, commitment, patience, quality, gratitude, and consistency. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the reason we all gathered here today, and that's EasyBot. And EasyBot is an automated crypto trading platform. It's ideal for new traders, and it is perfect for those who have some advanced trading experience. Now, we make investing in crypto easy, and EasyBot puts you in control of this entire experience. You can count on having consistent, profitable returns. Your crypto stays in your exchange. You can trade crypto confidently. You get to build passive income along the way. You can withdraw your profits at any time, and you can get started with no experience needed at all. So let's talk about some of the key features that you'll get to take advantage of if you decide to use EasyBot for yourself. So first up is our easy one-click strategy. Now, you don't have to be an expert, but you do get to trade like one. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, there's no need for you to spend countless hours tinkering with parameters and settings and strategies. With EasyBot's proven one-click trading strategy setup, you can be up and running, closing profitable trades in no time. Now, beyond that, what we've been able to see and experience for ourselves that makes us really, really excited about EasyBot is this point right here, its ability to sustain a 50% or more drop in the market. You literally can watch profits being created for you even when the market is going down. I'm sure we all know that crypto markets are volatile. Even when there are drops of 50% or more, EasyBot is intelligently designed to continue to trade and make profit for you. No need to wait for the market to correct. EasyBot is designed to close trades in profit continually during even the most severe drops. Important to know that EasyBot will only ever close on profitable trades. So we don't do anything that is high risk. We don't do leverage or anything like that. EasyBot's programmed to respond to any market condition, keeping you safe from the worst possible scenario, which is taking losses. And so with EasyBot in control, you'll never have to worry about taking a losing trade again. Now, one of our favorite features is something called automatic compounding. And with EasyBot, you get to do it automatically and easy on autopilot. With that automatic compounding feature selected, you'll be able to grow your crypto earnings faster than ever. EasyBot will take all the funds it earns for you and automatically add them to the calculation of available funds for future trades. We think it's absolutely genius. In fact, a genius himself said that compounding was the 8th wonder of the world. Albert Einstein is quoted as saying that. And so compounding allows you to take earnings that are being made for you passively. EasyBot's doing all the heavy lifting, all the work in the background. Take that new money it made for you and put it back into the market to make you more new money. If you've never seen a compounding calculator, Maybe we look at one here today, but definitely spend some time on a compounding calculator. See the power of compounding over time. All right, so EasyBot is definitely designed and loved by those who are brand new to crypto and brand new to trading. But we haven't forgotten about our advanced users either. You see, with an advanced user, you have customizable settings that put you in total control of your trading strategy. Whether you're day trading, scalping, or just tinkering, EasyBot puts you in the driver's seat with the ability to modify existing strategies or to create your own. And finally, we're really very excited to share that we have launched a free affiliate program and marketing app. So EasyBot offers a generous and innovative affiliate rewards program. There's no cost to be an affiliate or to enjoy the benefits of the world-class marketing and training app. Build your team with professionally designed funnels, stay connected to EasyBot with push notifications, watch trainings and call replays, all right from your mobile device. And getting started with EasyBot, of course, has to be easy, and it is. 3 simple steps. First one is to create your EasyBot account. Everybody starts for free. Open and connect your EasyBot account to your cryptocurrency account, and then use our one-click strategy setting to start trading. Now, here are a couple of different options for you, our packages and upgrades. So we have a free package everybody has access to. We have an advanced package and a VIP package. So let's start with the free package. So here's what you get. You get to trade up to 2 coins on one exchange. You get access to our world-class one-click strategy setup. You get access to guides and tutorials, our affiliate program, professional marketing app, and it's absolutely free for you. Now, every time a trade is closed, if you go back to the top of this slide here, you'll see software service fee paid per trade. There's 30% for our free members. So if EasyBot makes $1, that member would give EasyBot 30 cents of that trade, and they keep 70 cents. Now, for our advanced and VIP users, that software service fee is only 20%. The number of coins for our advanced users, the benefit of being an advanced user is you get to diversify your portfolio. You're trading more. You can trade up to 10 coins on up to 2 different exchanges. And you get all the same features that we talked about in our free package. So the most important thing with our advanced package is the ability to diversify. And why is that important? It matters because in crypto, one day or 1 week or 1 month, you may have a coin that is really struggling. And that same coin could turn around and have an amazing week or month or day around the corner. Well, having a larger portfolio that you can spread amongst all the different coins gives you the greatest opportunity to take advantage of the fluctuations happening in the market across all of these different coins. Now, our VIP package is really designed for those who want to trade larger accounts and want the maximum level of diversification. So they can trade all available coins in EasyBot. I believe that's up to 25 today. They get access to up to 5 exchanges. And the really key differentiator here is they get access to our private support calls, and they become eligible to qualify for Founders Club. We'll talk about Founders Club here in just a bit. But our VIP members they get the benefit of the one-on-one support. I want to pause for just a moment and make sure that you understand and appreciate that EasyBot's an amazing piece of software. But beyond that, we're also a very supportive community. We have a lot of different places that we've designed for you to be able to get support. So here's a tool that you can use that's going to make trade crypto for you passively, make you money, but you don't have to do it alone. We do support calls multiple times throughout the week, live support calls. You get on, you can ask any questions that you like. We do community update calls every single Monday where you get to hear from the executive team. And so we're constantly in communication with you. And if you're a VIP member, you get access to one-on-one support. And we also have a ticketing system. We have an entire knowledge base with a ticketing system. So if you have questions, there's someplace you can go, look at guides and tutorials. And if you have a personal specific need, you can always submit a ticket and somebody will get back to you and help you. So you're here. It's all super easy to do, but if you ever needed help, there's help right around the corner. The other thing that's really important to know is where your funds go. So a lot of people think that they need to send their money to EasyBot, and that's absolutely not the case. The beauty of trading with EasyBot is your funds stay in your account and they're always in your control. So today we have access to Binance.com, Binance US, and KuCoin. And whatever you're trading, whether it's $1,000 or $100,000, it stays in your crypto exchange. Now, in EasyBot, you do have a couple of options that you'll need to send funds for, and we covered those just a moment ago. So if you decided you wanted to upgrade from a free package to, say, the advanced or the VIP, well, those funds would need to go into your EasyBot wallet. The software service fees that we talked about, the 20% or the 30%, well, that goes into your EasyBot wallet. The reason we do that is EasyBot doesn't have any access to the funds in your trading account. So that 20% that EasyBot gets, or the 30%, it can't get it out of your trading account. So we have you essentially pre-fund that into your wallet in EasyBot. All right, so just to be clear, where your funds go, they're always in your control. You can always take them out of your trading account whenever you're ready. All right, so a quick review of what we've talked about here today. If you decide to start trading with EasyBot, here's what you're gonna get. 24/7 automated trading. You get access to our easy one-click strategy settings that'll keep you trading in profit continuously in a market going up and in a market going down. You can automatically compound your earnings. You get customizable settings if you're an advanced user that you'll absolutely love. And whether you're trading with a small account or a large account, EasyBot is perfect for you. And we help you get started by making it free for you to do so.
All right. So that is a quick overview for those of you who are guests who are learning about EasyBot for the very first time. It'll make everything else that we talk about here today make a little bit more sense for you. And for those of you who are users who've been with us from the very beginning, we are a company that's in really the early phases of our launch. We launched EasyBot officially for trading back in March, in the middle of March. And so we're just past our 3-month mark, and we have seen amazing progress in that short period of time. But without any further ado, I want to introduce and invite to join the call with us, somebody that most of us are familiar with, somebody I've gotten to know very well, very personally. He and I speak just about every single day and have done so since early this year. Amazing leader, amazing visionary. You heard a little bit of the story about how EasyBot came to be, but until you actually get to spend time with Mohammed and you realize how committed he is, not just to this business or to this project, but to the people behind it, you really can't appreciate how amazing it is to be a part of what we're doing here. And so we're going to spend some time with Mohammed. He's going to open up EasyBot, some EasyBot accounts, do a screen share with us, and then we'll come back at the end of the call and we'll allow you guys to ask any specific questions that you have for Mohammed. So Mohammed, good morning, good afternoon, where you are. Mohammed is joining us all the way from United Arab Emirates in Dubai, where our headquarters offices are. Hey, Mohammed, there we go. All right. Good to have you on the call. It's all yours, sir. You can take over.
Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us on this call, and we appreciate your time and we appreciate your patience throughout the call and so on. Without further ado, what I'm going to share, I want to just make a refresher. I know it's difficult for people to grasp that from the first time, from the mathematical equations and how the EasyBot works and so on. But I'm just going to make a quick refresher now for just like 5 minutes. So whoever is a trader, whoever have traded crypto before, just keep an attention on the coming part, because you will understand exactly how EasyBot works and how it trades and how it buys and sells. Okay, let me just get the whiteboard. Here you go. Okay, a brief introduction about crypto trading. What we are doing here in EasyBot, we're doing spot trading. We're not doing margin trading. So what's the difference between spot trading and margin trading? Margin trading is when you are trading with more funds than what you have in your pocket. The profit is yours, the loss is also yours. So whatever profit you make, you can keep and pay to the exchange or whatever the Forex platform that you're using, and then you profit you make, you take it, and if you make a loss, you might lose all of your account because you're trading with much higher money than what you have in your account. The other type of trading, it's in crypto, it's called spot trade. Spot trading is buying coins. You're not buying with more than money that you have, you're buying with your money that you have. If you have $500, you buy coins with $500 and that's it. If the price goes to zero, still you have that coins. If the price goes shoot up to 1,000%, still you have that coins. You can sell it whenever you want, you can buy it whenever you want. So this is very safe, and this is where we are trading with EasyBot. So how do we do trading? Very simple. Well, it's not simple, very simple, but I'll try to make it simple as much as I can. Okay, let's say this is the time and this is the price axis. And yeah, okay, let's say this is the time axis on the right, on the horizontal one, and the vertical one is the price axis. And let's say you started trading with EasyBot. I'm going to explain right now the default strategy. However, if you are an expert trader, you can customize it. You can do it the way you want with it. You can do your own strategy with EasyBot. It's very customizable. You can change parameters. You can do changes. So let's say you started here with X amount, with X coin. Let's call it X coin. And then you start at this specific point of time, and you just turned on the bot. What the bot is going to do is, first of all, it's going to buy only with 3.39% of your capital. It's not going to buy with 100% of your capital and leave you out of dollars. You have to keep your account, fill your account with dollars, which is USDT, is the equivalent amount of dollars. So that's a stable coin. We use it as a base coin, and then you use that. EasyBot is using that money, that USDT, to buy other coins and then sell them at higher price and put back the money back to you in USDT. So let's say you are trading X coin, whatever the name is, and then you hit start, then it's going to buy immediately at this point of time. So there are only three possibilities. The market goes up, or the market goes down, or the market goes sideways. Let's take all the scenarios. The best scenario is that if the market goes up. If the market goes up, there is a stopping point here, or take profit point at plus 1.5%. If it goes plus 1.5%, it's going to start the process of taking profit. It's not going to close the trade immediately and sell everything. It's going to wait. It's going to wait for the market, because this might not be the highest point in the market. Maybe the highest point of the market is there. So how does EasyBot understand? There's no technical analysis. There is no news. It doesn't listen to the news to understand where the market is going. It's all mathematical equations. So it waits for the market to retrace, to pull down, to move down here by minus 0.5%. If it doesn't do that, it's not going to sell. It's going to just tell the bot, okay, be ready now to sell. It already hit 1.5%. But if the market doesn't go down and goes up, it's going to always look at the highest point in the market and then put an imaginary line below that by 0.5%. So if the market goes shoot up higher and then start moving down at this point, it's going to close the trade here at minus 0.5% from the highest point. So it might make 5% or 6% or 7%. And we will see that now live on some of the accounts. But the worst case scenario just goes, hit 1.5%, goes down by 0.5%, sell this 3.39% at this point, convert everything back to USDT and start all over again and buy again at 0.0 at that point of market price. And then if the market goes up, it's going to do the same. If the market goes sideways, it's never going to go sideways in a straight line. Cryptocurrency market, as per the history, it's very volatile market. It never goes in a straight line. So the movement in crypto markets between 1 to 5, plus or minus 1 to 5% plus or minus. So it's going to go, if it's going to go sideways, 0.5%, it's going to buy here, and then it's going to and sell, buy and sell, and so it's going to be making profit. So the worst case scenario, if the market goes down, and that happens every day. If the market goes down, then there is a stopping point here at minus 2%. If the market goes minus 2%, then the bot is going to start the process of buying again into the market. First of all, let's call this here the first amount that we bought, 3.39%. Let's call it 1x or 1 time. 1x. So if the market goes down and hit the minus 2%, is going to the bot is going to be ready now, but it's not going to, the market just shoot down. The bot's not going to buy anything. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize and move up by at least plus 0.5%, and then start buying again into the market. But the worst case scenario is that it just hit the minus 2% and goes up by the 0.5%, then it's going to buy again into the market here. How much is going to buy? Is going to buy equal amount to the initial amount, equivalent amount. So if this is 1x, it's going to buy here again 1x, or use equivalent amount of USDT to buy that X coin at that specific time. So what happens? Now we have two trades, one trade at this price and one trade at this price. Now our new break-even point is going to be somewhere in between. So this is, we call it average price or break-even point. So if the market, now the market doesn't have to go up again to the initial price plus 1.5% to start selling. No, it just have to go above this new average price or break-even point plus 1.5% and then start the process of selling the same way I explained it before. Let's say the worst case scenario is just come down here, goes up and hit the plus 0.5%, and the market keeps on going down. That's very possible, and it's happening every day. It have another stopping point at minus 5%. Now, all of these numbers are changeable. You can change it the way you want it, but I'm explaining now about the default strategy. So if it goes down and hits the minus 5% from the last buying place, then the bot again is going to be given an alert. Now it's the time to buy, but don't buy yet. Just wait, because maybe this is a bad market moment and the market's going really down. It's going to again wait for the market to stabilize and go up by 0.5% and then start buying into the market. Again, the worst case scenario is just hit this minus 5% and goes up by 0.5%. Here at this point, it's going to buy, but it's going to buy a bigger amount. It's going to buy 2x or 2 times the initial order. So right now what happened is that we have 2 orders on the top and we have a bigger order at the bottom down here. What's going to happen to the average price or to the break-even point is going to be pulled down here. Because imagine you have a bigger order at the lower of the market and then you have 2 orders on the top, which is in a cheap market. So that's going to bring on a high market, it's going to bring the average price closer to the big volume. So our new average price is going to be somewhere here. Again, all of this is going to be happening at the background. You don't have to know it, but I'm just explaining to the people who knows about trading and to know exactly what's happening. So right now, the market doesn't have to go back up again here, plus 1.5% and then sell, because we don't know even when the market is going to go back up again here. It's going to just have to cross this new average price plus 1.5% and then sell all the 3 orders and make profit and start all over again from point 0 at that point of the market. The worst case scenario is that again, you just take this order and goes down, and that's always possible. That's always possible. Let's say the market just hit this one and goes down. There is another stopping point here at minus 8%. It's minus 8%. Minus 8. If it comes down to the minus 8%, let's just give me a second here. Yeah, so for that. So if it comes down and hit the minus 8%, then at this point of time, it's going to again initiate an order, but it's not going to buy immediately, because again, the bad news might come at this point and then the market shoot really down. Then it's not going to buy anything. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize and goes up by 0.5% at least, and then start buying again into the market. But let's say again, the worst case scenario just hit this minus 8% and goes up by 0.5%, it's going to buy here. But now it's going to buy bigger amounts, going to buy 4 times or 4x the initial amount. Now we have bigger volume down here. Our average price is going to move down. It's going to be somewhere between those lines. So our new average price, our final average price, we put it in different colors so that we can recognize that. Okay, so this is our new average price. Right now, the market doesn't have to go back up again to the 0.0 plus 1.5% to sell and make profit. It just has to cross this new average price plus 1.5% and then start the process of selling everything, put the profit aside, and then start all over again from 0.0, but at this point of the market. Let's take again another scenario that the market just hits here and keeps on going down and goes to like -5%, -50% or -60% and stops here. So what's going to happen? From this order onward, everything is going to be independent. We call it independent covers or independent orders, and the orders here are going to be really close to each other. Like the first one is just -1% from the last order, -1%. Let me put it back here, and the next one is also the same, almost 1%, actually 1 to 2%, all of them. It's like a grid. It's going to be all the way down. So what happens here in these independent orders or in these individual orders? What's happened is that the bot is going to buy a simple order, just wait for the market to go above that order by 1.5% only, and then close it, sell it, and take profit. What happens to this order on the top? This will still here, and in the normal case scenarios, that the market have to go back, it will close those orders, but it has to go back up again to this average price above that one by 1.5%. And close it and take profit. But what if the market never goes back up again here? And that's possible. No one knows what's the next move for the market. No one knows. So we are prepared for this. Let's take a small trade that happens here. Let's take this trade here. Let's say the market, the bot purchased a coin here and sold here and made a profit. Let's take as, for the sake of example, it made as low as just $2 in profit. So how we program the bot is to recognize only 50% of that as profit, which in this case, $1 is going to be profit. What happened to the other 50%, the other $1 is going to be used to pull down this average price or this trade on the top. So what we want to do is to close that trade that's hanging here and close maybe down there at -50% or -60% or whatever the possibility is. So what happens, how are we using this one USDT or $1 to pull down this average price? Let's get back one step back. In this average price, what do we have? We have actually spent some money to buy these orders here and here and here and here. Let's say we spent 300 USDT or $300 to buy those orders. And what did we purchase here is coins, right? We purchased coins. It's a spot trading again. We're just buying coins with the money that we have. So let's say how much coins we have purchased. Let's say we purchased 0.5 coins with that 300. What's our break-even points or our average price? Our break-even point or average price is very simple. We have to divide the amount of USDT or amount of money that we spent divided by the number of coins, and that's the price where if we sell everything, we're going to not to have any loss. So it has to go above that by 1.5% and close with profit. So applying this formula, 300 divided by 0.5 is 600. This is our average price. So how are we going to use this $1 to offset the average price or to bring it down? So this 1 USDT is going to be used in the same equation. We're going just to use it and minus this, the 50% of the profit from the 300 USDT that we spent. So 300 minus 1 is going to be 199 USDT. And again, how many coins do we have? It's exactly the same number because we are holding that coins, 0.5 coins. What else is going to change is the average price. Yes, the average price with the same formula, the 299 divided by the 0.5 is going to be 598. So what just happened is that this average price just moved down a bit, right? Because moved down from 600 to 598. Another trade happens here, it moved down further. Another trade happened, it moved down further until it comes to a point that it meets with the current market price and then plus 1.5% above that, and then close the whole cycle, put all the money back in USDT, and then start all over again, all the cycle at this point of the market, which could be -60%, -50, or whatever the market is. So eventually it's going to, either the market goes back up faster and meet with this somewhere, or this average price is pulled down and closed here. So literally what we're doing, we're closing a trade that's open at the price of 100, at the price of 50, and still make profit. I hope this makes sense to some of you, if not all. Let's get back to the, okay. So I'll keep the questions to the end. If you have any questions about what I just shared, you can just note it down, and at the end we can take questions and answers. Now I'm going just to see how this strategy have worked in real life, in a real account. I'm going to just check one coin that we have been following for quite a long time. Yes, here we go. It's AAV. Maybe most of you are familiar with this coin, with this specific bot. The amount invested in this bot is 8,100. And when we started this coin, this trade, the price of this coin was 251. It's AAV. The coin is AAV. You can see here. We started on 3rd of April, and the price was 251. As we went down, the market really went down after that. And the coin price, if you look at the coin price today, is as low as just 62.9. So we're talking about 70, maybe 76% or 75%. You can just divide this by the amount. So the market really went down, but still the bot is trading and making profit. Trading and making profit. See those small trades, trading, making profit, trading. Those are the independent positions that we talked about, the independent trades. Like this is cover 9, purchase here, and then sold here, made a profit of $5. And then here sold, made this profit, this cover 8. And then buy, sell on a daily basis. You can see. So this, what's displayed here is just 50% of the profit. The other 50% is used to bring down the average price. And the average price was, when we started this trade, and it had taken only the first 4 trades, the average price was 225. And right now the average price, because of these small trades that are happening, is 182. So let's make the math and calculate that. So 225 minus 182, so that's $43 brought down. So divided by 225, so that means 19.1%. So we brought down the average price about 19.1%. And as the market stays there, it still is going to be bringing it down, until eventually this average price is going is going to meet with the current market price at a point of time, plus 1.5%, close the whole trade, and make and put the profit back in USD. So literally speaking, this trade, which was opened at the price of 251, could be closed at the price of 66 and still make profit. Let's look at the movement of this coin for yesterday, for example. Let's look at 21st. On 21st, how many trades have happened? Because now the bot is working on the daily range. The market can move up 5% and go down 5%, goes up 5%, down 5% in a day several times, maybe 2%, 1%. And the bot has been programmed to trade in that range, like buy at a point of 0, sell at 1.5%. And then if the market goes down by -2%, take another cover, bring the average price down, and then the market goes up, sell. So that's why you see too many trades happening here in a single day. If you look at only 21st, which is 2 days back, these are all trades happening only on 21st. And still went down, yeah, up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 trades happen in a single day. This is because of the market volatility, the market fluctuation, and at low market at the price of 60, 59, 60, 59. So it keeps on buying and selling and making those small profit, $2, $1, $2, 1.9, 0.9, 1.1, and so on and so forth. So while I was checking this, this specific coin, I have noticed that there is one trade that made really big profit. If you look at this one, it made $13 USDT in profit. So the way I look at it here, I was sure that there's some big jump in the market, because remember, Again, remember what I explained, that the market, if the market goes up a little bit by 1.5%, the bot is going to be just only be notified to sell, but don't sell now. Wait for the market to reach to the highest point and then move down by 0.5% and then sell. Let me just show you that. I just made a small slides here just to explain to you what happened exactly for this specific trade. Yeah, so this is the trade. And if you look at the time exactly when it was open, this is cover 47. So we're talking about this one here. So it was opened at 3 p.m. on 21st. 3 p.m. on 21st, and it was closed at 6 p.m. on the same day. So let's look at that in the graph. When I opened the chart in Binance, I saw this. And if you look at the time, it's almost the same time and the same day where that trade happens. The bot never sees the graph, never sees the chart. He just only look at the programmed parameters in it, and that reflects here. The market really went up. And when we went deeper into this, this is the smaller time frame. So that shows in details. So the trade was taken here. If you look at the time here, it's 3 p.m. where it was taken on 21st. And at the price of around 67. And then the market went down, kept on fluctuating here, and then shoot really up here. It was supposed to close just here at 1.5%, but because the market was really going up without going down, so it waited for the market to reach to the highest point, which is here. So this is the buying point, and this is the highest market point, and this is where the bot actually sold. Wait for it to start showing some movement down and then close the trade because maybe the market's going up. It waited for it to reach to the highest point and sold here. And instead of making just 1.5% or 1%, made 14.53%. And if you can see here in Binance, you can go back to the actual chart in Binance and see this movement. It's on 21st of June, and the time of this candle was, I think this is 16 or 18. Let me just confirm so that you can go to the right place. Yeah, that was 6 p.m. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. So yeah, this is one. I'm not surprised to see this one, but I'm sure that the professional trader would have drawn maybe a support and resistance and many lines here, and maybe they would have known that the market's moving this way. But for the bot, it will never know that the market's moving this way from the chart. It knows only from the mathematical equation that was programmed into it, and it happens. I've seen many of this, but this was the recent one that I saw, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So 14% instead of 1% because the market was moving up. So that's all about sharing about the trade. Let me share one of the accounts that was open like 1 month and 4 days. So we're talking about 34 days performance of this account that I have used here, almost all the coins, except for those 2 coins that were opened recently, like 50 or 30 of May. So I'm not considering this in my report, I'm considering all the others because all of them have opened on 19th of May. So if you see here, there is different, what David was talking about at the beginning is you want to diversify your funds in many coins because you don't know who is the next superstar or which coin is going to be making you the most of the money. And your bad coin today, tomorrow might be the best coin. Look at this here. We have here, this one made $40 in profit. Each coin has $1, had $1,000 or 1,000 USDT trading. So this $40, 83, 50, 46, here 50, and here you have 62, 109. I would have never known that Uni is going to make me the biggest profit, but you just have to spread your funds among all the possible coins. 59, 34, 48, 59, and then 51, 51, 57, and then here we have the last one, 23. Those 2 were open later, so I don't want to consider them in the report. So I've prepared this small Excel sheet just to give you some perspective of how this account have been performing. And I'm sure that if any account of any other person was open at the same time, it would have given the same kind of performance. So the percentage, if you look here, it differs from coin to a coin, and no one can predict this because it depends on the movement of that coin on that specific time period. Again, this guys is not a guarantee that you're going to be making 5.38% every 34 days, but this is just a study case for that period. I'm not sure about the next 34 days, how much it's going to make. It's going to make money, yes, it's going to be making for sure. But how much it's going to make it depends always on the market movement, how the market is moving and how fast does it fluctuate and how high does it go, how low does it go. But what we can do here is what we can say here is that the bot is being prepared to work even if the market goes down to like more than 50% with the current default strategy. You can still fine tune that and play around with it and do your own strategy if you want. But the default is already pre-programmed and prepared to handle more than 50% drop. Remember, it doesn't have to buy immediately as soon as it's reached a percent. This replacement might be, instead of -2%, could be -5 or -10%, and everything goes down. So that's all from my side for today. I'll keep it for David now, and if anyone have any questions, let's keep it to the end of the call. I hope that you guys have learned a new thing today. I'm sure that maybe the chart thing is not so easy for anyone to learn, but by the time, that's why I keep on repeating it every time I have a chance to do. I do it so that people would get the education and at least they know what's happening in their accounts. Thank you very much. David, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mohammed. One of the things that I think is important to contrast for context is what's been happening in the market. And so before you go too far, Mohammed, I just want to show this chart real quick. So I went to CoinMarketCap just to pull up a quick chart for us to take a look at. And this is Bitcoin. We're just looking at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin tends to drive the movement of the rest of the market. And so this is the period of time, most of that time. Let's see if we can get a little bit more in here. So the 19th of May was when we looked at, all right, so that's right about here. What you'll look at is where did the market go in that period of time? Well, it's going mostly down. And so really the context of what you just witnessed with what Mohammed just shared with us is that all of that profit that was made in that account, that 5% average, some accounts were more than that. We had over 10% in one in Uni. That profit was made in a market that was going down, and in some instances in a very, very significant way. If you've been paying attention here lately, we touched on this earlier. Bitcoin has seen some of the lowest points in the last couple of years. And so this is EasyBot working in an environment where everybody else is panicking and uncertain about what's going on. And even Bitcoin going down as much as it did, we made over 2% in profit in the last 34 days using this amazing technology. So Mohammed, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know you're gonna hang tight, and we're gonna ask you guys, if you have questions, now is a good time to get lined up for questions. But before we start taking your questions, want to do some quick announcements. So a few things that we want you to be aware of is there are a couple of new resources on the EasyBot dashboard that I want you to be aware of. So 2 new links that you'll find on the EasyBot dashboard. The first one is a link to the company overview. So that video that we just watched at the beginning of this call, that is the company overview. There's a separate portion of that goes into the affiliate portion of the business. If you know us and you know EasyBot, you know that we are absolutely in love with the product. We're a product first company. But we also do have an amazing affiliate rewards program. And so if you'd like to learn more about that, just click the company overview link right there in your menu from your EasyBot account, from your dashboard. The second link that you'll find is a link to the Zoom call calendar. So we've had a lot of requests for you guys to be able to keep up with calls that are happening. So we have a global call calendar that you can now access, which includes calls like this, where we're doing deep dives into the product itself. You'll also get access to some of our leaders who are doing calls in other regions and in other languages. So we have calls being done in French and in Spanish and in Arabic. So if you'd like to tap into some of the other calls that are happening, you now have quick and easy access right on your EasyBot dashboard. In terms of communication and connection with us, we are also really, really excited about the marketing and training app that we released here recently. Do me a favor, if you guys know how to use your reactions, give me a thumbs up. If you are in the EasyBot marketing app and having a great experience, you're getting push notifications through your app. We're super, super excited about being able to release this for you. You're able to now share funnels, professionally curated funnels, which tell the EasyBot story for you, that will share that webinar presentation, the overview. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. So if you're not already in the marketing app, then you're missing out. It's not just for our affiliates. Let me be super clear. If you're sharing EasyBot with others, you absolutely must have the app. If you're just a user, if you're just using EasyBot for the joy of being able to trade crypto passively, you still need to use the app. And here's why. You need to use it because it's the best way to stay connected. We've got all kinds of great training that's coming into the app that's already there, lots of great resources, notifications. If you want to get notified when a call is coming up, like this one, that's where you're going to find the best way to get notified. And what you'll find here in the next coming weeks is we've had a lot of you guys ask for how do we get notified? Let's say the bot stops trading. There's an error or I've run out of money in my EasyBot wallet. Well, the best way for us to be able to send you a notification is through that app. So if you want to get notified when there's something that's going on, that's a piece that we're developing now. Look for that to be released in the next couple of weeks so that if something is happening that needs your attention, you'll get a push notification through the app. So again, if you're not in it, get in it. There's a link on the EasyBot dashboard to get the app. It's absolutely free, guys. This is something that the companies charge lots and lots of money for. And we're very, very proud to offer it to every one of you for free. Again, it's not just for our affiliates. We encourage every one of our users, get the app. There'll be lots of great resources there for you. All right, I see a couple of hands already raised. And so if you have questions, I know there's a couple of questions you guys have been sending to the host and co-hosts. Do me a favor, we'd certainly love to hear you and encourage you to raise your hand, come in and ask questions. We'll give priority to those who will come in and ask questions. Also gonna ask you to keep your questions short. We're already at the top of the hour. Keep in mind, Mohammed is 8 hours ahead of us. So it's 9 p.m. where he is. So we want to be respectful of his time. So keep your questions short and we'll move through this and try and get as many of them as possible. Remus, I see your hand up first. Come on in, sir. How are you today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hey, Remus.
Hey, thank you so much, David and Mohammed. I really love the bot.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Quick one question. Is there future plans on trading Bitcoin?
Yes.
Like altcoins, and then the primary coin is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Is there a feature for it?
For those who may not understand Remus's question, today, today we trade coins against USDT. USDT is a stable coin, and the reason we do that is to keep your account stable. It means that every other coin is going up or down. But USDT is designed to maintain its value at $1 equal to the US dollar. And we do have the intention on giving the option to trade altcoins against Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other bigger coins that we know there are a lot of folks that are in crypto that want to collect Bitcoin. You want to collect Ethereum. And so you'd like to be able to use the power of EasyBot to be able to help you to do that. So look for that coming. It's not right around the corner. That is something that's a major release that we'll do in the future. So it is on our roadmap. Look out for that coming. Good question there, Remus. Thank you so much. Yogi, you're up next. See if you can hit that unmute button.
Yeah. Hi there, guys. Thanks for this. A question, a bit of a technical one for Mohammed, or maybe you might be able to answer. So the bot's been working fine, absolutely great. So when the trade happens from, say we're hovering from the 2% to the -8%, and say we've got a sideways movement, like I think yesterday was, and the day before was a sideways movement for a few of my coins. There was like literally nothing happening. What if this went on for a couple of weeks? I know we wouldn't book profits, we wouldn't even be booking a loss, but is there anything in between that can be taken profits? Like you've got the grid way below, i.e. to put it in between that 2 and 8%?
I love your question. I love your question, Yogi. Yes, we're working on that, and very soon you will see that happening on the default
okay.
strategy.
Right. Okay. Great. Look forward to that. Thanks.
Let you know, we're just enhancing the default strategy a little bit, and that's part of the enhancement that we're doing.
Okay. Brilliant. Thanks for that.
Awesome. Great question, Yogi. Next up, we have CV iPad. Go ahead and see if you can unmute. Come on in with your question.
Good morning for me. Can you listen to me?
Good morning. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I want to know who pays the taxes on the 20 or 30% that you guys are taking for yourself?
Who pays the taxes on the 20 or 30% that we take for that EasyBot takes? I'm not sure I understand the question.
Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the year, I have to pay taxes on my profit. Okay. So you take 20% of my profit. So I want to know who pays the taxes on that 20%.
Got it. So any tax related question, I think the best way for me to answer that for us on a call that includes individuals from all around the world is that you've got to consult with your tax professional, because tax laws and requirements are going to be different from region and municipality to municipality. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer for your specific situation. Any tax related questions, we're going to refer back to your jurisdiction and your tax professional. All right, Joel Higginbotham. Love that name. Come on in, Joel. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Mr. David? Can you hear me okay?
Hear you great. Thank you.
I'm fairly new to the EasyBot, so this is probably a stupid question.
No questions. Welcome to EasyBot.
I love the system. I was with another one before, so I love how it trails down and you're still able to make profit. But I want to know, is there a way, how can I make more per trade or more per bot? Like, do I just increase my trading capital per bot, or is there a way to make more income? Trying to just increase the, I guess, the passive income that I make monthly.
Got it, Mohammed. You want to tackle that?
Yeah, I don't know if I understood the question. Can you just repeat it one more time? Can you repeat one more time, Joel, the question?
Here we go. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a way to make more per trade? I'm excited that I'm making positive amounts, but is there a way to make more income per trade, like to increase the trading capital per bot or something like that? I was just seeing just a way, I guess, to increase the like the passive income.
Okay, very good. Yes, are you a trader in profession or?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm fairly new.
So my advice to you is, first of all, yes, increase the capital, but don't increase the initial order. If you increase only the order, is going to finish your money faster. So let it work the way it is, but increase your capital. That's going to automatically increase your trade volume, because remember, it's 3.39% of the capital. If your capital is one, it's going to be 33.9. If your capital is 10,000, it's going to be 339. And then 1% or 1.5% of 339 is much bigger than 1% of 33.9. And just an advice to you, if you have bigger capital, try to spread the funds among the coins. Don't put all of it in one coin for the hope that this coin is going to do good. So just let's say, for example, if you have $100,000 and you want to put in the bot, don't put it all in one coin or two coins. Put in all the 19 coins that we have at the moment, or the 20 coins. All of them, spread it equally among all of them, because you don't know which one is going to be performing better in the future.
Awesome. Thank y'all very much.
No problem.
Certainly. Great question. Next up is Armia. Armia, come on in.
Hi, thank you for allowing me to participate in this meeting.
Sure.
I hope you can hear me well.
We can hear you well.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Mohammed. I'm from Somalia, Eastern Africa.
Okay. You're in good company.
And my question is, Yeah, thank you so much. My question is, I can see Muhammad has shown us trading base and their total trading capital and their profit in percentage for 34 days. My question is, since there is like 1,000 trading capital for each trading pair, and that pair has made a certain amount of profit in percentage. I can see the total profit varies depending on the percentage of profit that that specific trading pair has made. So my question is, does it depend on how much trading capital you have in your account in order to see more trading profit in or in percentage? Did you get my question?
I do. Mohammed, did you get the question?
Yeah, I got the question. So the percentage that you saw, like for example, let's take Unit made the maximum and it made 2.97%. Now, if your account has 600 or it has 1 million, it will be the same, 10.9%. But 10.9% is much more than that comes from 1,600. Is that if your fund is not going to increase your percentage, it's going to increase your amount in profit. That's not going to increase in a single coin. But if you have, let's say, $10,000 and you put it in one coin, and another account you have the same 10,000, but you put it in 10 coins, maybe the one that has different coins makes it better than the one coin. But if you are lucky, the one coin will make better than the other coins. You got it? I don't know if you get it, because for many coins, you get the average percentage of all of them. Like here, you see some of them made 10%, some of them made 3.8%. But the average is 5.35% for the whole amount, which is 17,000 in this case. If this 17,000 was put only in one coin, and in this case, let's say it's BCH, the Bitcoin Cash, then the percentage would have been only 3.85%. I don't know if I answer your question.
Yes, thank you. It's clear. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. I think it's important also just to point out that the percentage earned in that scenario is based on time as well. It's the time that each of those coins enter the market. So you might be trading that exact portfolio of coins and get different results in that same, if your timing was just a little bit off, even by a few minutes. If you started all of those coins just a few minutes after, say, Muhammad did, you would likely end up with slightly different results. So timing also matters in terms of results. But what we think is really powerful of a story that you get to see there, and I think that was a great question, is it doesn't matter how much you're invested, because it's investing is about percentage gains. And so you could benefit from those percentage gains no matter where you get started. I do think it's also important for those of you who are guests, understand that we do have, for our default strategy, which is what we're focused on here today, what Muhammad walked us through earlier in the call, for that strategy, we require a budget balance of $600. And as Muhammad has pointed out, the purpose of EasyBot is to allow you to continue to trade even through a market that's going down. And as we've seen here recently, that's been exactly what's been happening. And so in order to keep EasyBot trading 50%, in a drop, we need to have at least a $600 budget allocated for this strategy. If you want to use your own strategy, then you can trade with less. But in order to take advantage of that consistent experience, we need a $600 budget. All right, let's get back into questions. We've got Blockchain's Best. I can't see your whole name, but I'm going to ask you to come on in with your question.
Oh, it's Chi and Christy. Hello. Thank you so much. I think this bot is wonderful. And I don't really have too much experience with bots, but I know of some people who have had some effective and very good experience with bots. So thank you so much for rolling this out. My question is, with the bots that have come into the United States, a lot of times, a lot of these bots would cease operation in the United States once it hits. So is there anything that you all are doing on your end to make sure that that does not happen?
Yeah, it's a really great question. Thank you for asking. So, one of the challenges in crypto in general is that it's a moving target. You know, the state of crypto a year ago is very, very different than the environment of crypto today. You know, an example of that is a major exchange, Binance, which is the largest exchange in the world. You could access Binance kind of anywhere in the world. You could use a VPN, get access to Binance. That no longer is the case. A lot of regulation has come into the industry in the last couple of months, and that will continue to happen. The industry will continue to evolve. And as these regulatory bodies figure out their relationship with crypto, they'll hopefully, I trust that eventually they'll make it very clear what kind of pathway to, you know, licensing and so forth. Today, especially in the United States, that pathway is not clear at all. There is no pathway to get an official approval or licensing by any governing body in the United States. They'll tell you all the different ways that you cannot or should not function, but they do not give you a pathway to getting licensing of any kind. With that being said, we're constantly, we do have specialists and attorneys that are paying specific attention to this question. And that's really at this point, the best that we can do is, you know, make sure that we're aware of what's happening in the environment. We're having the proper conversations with the proper governing bodies, and we'll make whatever modifications or adjustments as they're needed. And the reality is, in crypto, that has been the case. Major institutions like Binance and other exchanges have had to make slight modifications as they've grown. So we're prepared to be flexible. As of right now, we don't have any particular concern. Hope that answers your question. All right, Mohammed, Kabir. And well, before I go to Mohammed, Michael, I see your hand up. Did you want to come in on that note, or? Yes, Michael, why don't you come on in, Michael?
Thank you. And again, I didn't mean to jump the line, but a very important thing for everybody to understand. If you look at the history, and I'm not a crypto expert by any stretch of the imagination, however, if you look at the history of the issues with these bots in the United States, most of the time it's because people are sending up the red flags by making income claims. And if y'all paid attention to what Mohammed did, he very specifically, just like David and Coach always do, very specifically, we do not make percentage claims whatsoever. He showed you the exact results of the trading, but again, it's all dependent upon the market, upon the ups, the downs, the volatility. As long as we don't go around running around saying we're going to make 3% a day and 5% a day, let's all just remember, this is a software company. This isn't anything other than software. And we're here in the beginning. So let's all do our part to protect the brand, to really police the people that run around and try or attempt to hype this up by saying certain income claims on a daily basis. You know, that's really all I wanted to say, David. I've been in a lot of programs for a lot of years. You know, I tell everybody I had long hair when I started this adventure. I'm just a lot more aerodynamic now. But realize this, everybody, this is a platform that we can all confidently know the owners, the entire exec team headed up by David, Mohammed, and Coach, and Peter and Breezy are always going to err on the side of caution to protect the brand long term. These guys aren't out here making promises, making claims. They're doing everything in their power to be compliant when it's a huge gray area right now. So make sure you capitalize on this and share it with everybody. Confidently, you know nobody gets hurt when they join the EasyBot program.
Got it. Thank you for that, Michael. I'm going to follow that up with a question that was sent to me in the chat. How can we feel safe that our funds and the bot will not be used for a pump on some cryptocurrency? There were many bots and not every developer had good intentions. So I'll address that in a couple of ways. One is that I would challenge you to find a bot or a program that fits that bill, that had its CEO and its executive team doing Zoom calls multiple times throughout the week. Probably not probably not the case. And so part of the reason that we're as visible as we are, you've got access to ask the designer and the owner operator of the company your own questions. And so that level of visibility is important to us because we do know, we're aware that in crypto, there are a lot of bad actors and they've ruined the reputation for folks with amazing intentions and great companies. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that in terms of your connection between EasyBot and the exchange, you're using a secure API connection. It's secured by a trusted IP address. That IP address only gives access to trades to be executed through the EasyBot channel, through the EasyBot system. And that means that it can only then execute trades against the coins that you see in the EasyBot system. Those coins have been researched by Mohammed and our team, and we've researched them for long-term viability, liquidity, their actual use case, how how long have they been around, number of different factors, and then that's how we've made those decisions. And so the coins that are available to you, we feel pretty confident are really solid projects. So take all of that together, and I hope that answers your question. All right, before we take the next couple of questions, we have a list of folks lined up. I'm going to ask you if you have a question. I want to bring the call to a close. And so if you have a question, you got to get in line right now. And if not, then Joel Higginbotham is going to be the last question on the call. And then I'm going to ask Coach Ken to come on in and wrap us up for today. So if you've got a question, now's the time. And we're going to close it. We've got Gunter, I see you in there. All right, while we get you guys lined up, Mohammed Kabir, come on in. Good day, sir.
Hey, yeah, I think the bot is working great. I just have a quick question. What's the ETA on fixing that balance insufficient error for KuCoin? When they're closing the session with a lot of trades, because it happened with Stellar today, this morning. It was trying to close, but it's just as balance insufficient, I think. So is there an ETA on that?
Okay, Kabir, I would just request you maybe to join maybe the support call or send an email to the support, and we will get back to you on this, because we know that some accounts have had this issue, and we're going to help you resolve that. Don't worry. Yeah, I have it with Polygon and also with Stellar, so 3 times it happened. So okay, so I'll do that. To the support call, and we will address that. We already have the bottom of it, and we will get it done. Don't worry. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, next up is Damien. Damien, you should be able to unmute. Come on in with your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. First of all, awesome job. Awesome. I love the bot, and I would like to push it to the limit. So I created my own strategy with those dead zones Mohammed mentioned 14 days ago. But I have one problem. $600 is a little bit too much to test this kind of strategy. So I was wondering, when would the KuCoin exchange initial amount will be lower? Because KuCoin has options to trade with $1 or less. I don't know.
Okay, let me just address this one. Right now, if you're using your own strategy, you can put whatever funds you want, even $100 or $50 or whatever you feel comfortable for your own strategy. So if you take the default strategy, you can put the amount that you want. It's not limited to 600. Are you there?
Yeah, yes,
Damian?
but I lost. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, but I developed my strategy so it could sustain up to 77% drop with $400 or $600. I send you on Telegram the spreadsheets and PDF format. So I didn't quite heard you because something was interrupted, but I will look at the playback when it will be uploaded.
Yeah, let me chime in if you don't mind, so that we can keep it moving. So the current strategy requires $600. If you want to use less than $600, you're welcome to do that. If you're on KuCoin, I think you already know the answer is that you can trade with far less in terms of your initial opening trade, but you've got to use your own strategy to do that. So just unclick default strategy, and you can use your own strategy, set it up exactly how you like it. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
gonna
thank you.
yes, you're welcome. Wealthy Choices, you're up next. Come on in with your question.
Greetings. I think you answered sufficiently some of my questions. I think what I'll ask are you guys considering making use of any other stable coins in the future, perhaps maybe some decentralized ones?
Yeah, we haven't looked into decentralized coins, but we have already tested. We have capabilities for BUSD, which is Binance's stable coin. It's a audited stable coin. So that functionality already exists. We're looking into some other options. We know there's some questions there. Just keep in mind that USDT is the most commonly traded stablecoin. So in terms of availability against other peers, there just isn't a comparison to what's available to trade against USDT. And this is a broader question. It's come up a lot. So this isn't an official statement on the behalf of EasyBot. This is kind of me talking. If there's a failure with USDT, you got much bigger problems than EasyBot.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your question, Jared. You're up next. Come on in, sir.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Good. Hey, Jared.
Just wanted to say thanks for this opportunity and appreciate the transparency with this. My only question is, it seems like, and I'm just getting my feet wet with all the cryptocurrency and the possibilities with that. So it seems like there's a large number and large group of cryptocurrencies that are using the USD as a source. Do you guys see any problems or issues with that in the future?
When you say using USD, can you clarify just a little bit?
The USDT.
When you said, okay, so they're using USDT as a trading pair. Is that your question?
Correct.
So, okay, so kind of similar to the previous trading question, is there a concern against the viability or stability of USDT being pegged to the dollar? Is that the nature of your question? Did we lose Jared? Jared, I think we lost you. So let me just take a shot at answering your question. I think it's similar to the question that we just touched on, which is there are some questions around maybe the word is stability or the assurances of the USDT stablecoin being pegged permanently to the US dollar. It's been tested here recently when we saw the fall of Luna and its stablecoin UST. We saw USDT get its first real live market test when everything was falling apart, and there was the greatest level of uncertainty around stablecoins was right behind that fall, and we watched USDT actually take a bit of a dip, but it recovered very quickly. So I'm not a proponent of, I'm not selling us on the idea that USDT is stable. It's not my place to do that. What I am saying is that it is the most commonly traded stable coin across all markets. And so there are more stable coins, there are more coins available to trade against USDT than anything else. And because of that, its impact and its effect on the broader crypto markets is massive. And if there is some failure in USDT at any point, the ripple effect and the problems that we'll see from that will be much greater than EasyBot. That doesn't mean that we're putting our head in the sand and we're ignoring it. We are preparing some other stable coins. It just means that there are far less options. If you decided to trade BUSD, for example, which we have prepared, I forget the number right offhand, but it's maybe half of what we have available in USDT. So that's kind of where we are. We're keeping our eye on what's happening in the broader market. We're aware of some of the questions around USDT. So nothing major that we're changing in the moment as a result.
Okay, right, sounds good.
Yep, you're welcome. Joel, come on in. And then our last question for today is going to be Stefan. After Stefan, I'm going to ask Coach Ken to come on in. And Brent, I saw your hand up earlier. If you want to come in, Coach, you and Brent can tag team to close us up for today. Joel, come on back in.
I apologize. I forgot to ask this question earlier. Are there plans to use use leverage tokens, the KuCoin, as options for trading pairs?
Not at the moment. Yeah, the whole premise for EasyBot is we want it to be easy. Once we start getting into leverage, it's no longer easy.
Gotcha.
So,
all right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Gunther, come on in, sir.
Hello, everyone. Very early good morning from New Zealand. I hope everybody can hear me. I will only say this day, very thank you to the whole team. What you make here, guys, unbelievable. And to everybody what is here now and can hear me, be happy that you are part of this bot. I think we will have a lot of fun and have a lot of good time in the future. But this what here is created, it's genius. Thank you so much, Mohammed, for your perfect explanation this day. Now I'm really ready. I understand everything, how the bot works. And when I understand this, guys, then you understand this also. And we will making here a really great time. I have a very short question only about this business app. Is there a plan that you, David, make also here a small workshop that everybody really know how to use this in the future? Is something on plan?
Yeah, so good question. We do a business builder call with, for everybody else who may not know what Gunter is asking about. We touched a little bit earlier on a marketing and training app that we recently released. The purpose of that app is to help our affiliates, those who are taking advantage of our affiliate rewards plan, to be able to share the story of EasyBot in a really simple, easy, professional way. You don't have to think about what to say, just use the resources. We're bringing tons more resources into the app for you guys. For our traders, for those who are just interested in using EasyBot to trade with, lots of great tools in there for you. I've had a number of questions come up about where to find the recording for today's call. It's in that app. So that's the best place for you to find it. Get notifications on important things that are coming up. So everybody who is using EasyBot really should have that app. Now, your question, Gunter, is, are we going to do training to help all of these folks that are getting into the app understand how to best use it? So tomorrow, when you're on the call with us, we do a business builder call every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. So we definitely focus a lot of our time around questions and concerns for our affiliate marketers. And so that's a great place where we'll do training. The app was developed by a company that we have a great relationship with. So we'll actually have the owner of that company come in and do a full-blown training for us as well. Look for that to happen within the next couple of weeks. So yes, it's definitely something that we're aware of. And of course, once we start putting those videos together, it'll be available in the library within the app for you. And of course, there are tutorials in the app right now that will show you the basics, how to use it.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you, Gunter. All right, Stefan, you are up next. Last question for the day, and then we're going to hand it off to Coach King. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Stefan, I see you're unmuted. We hear you a little bit, but we don't hear you talking.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
My question is, it's a little more for Mohammed. I don't know if he's still there, but the question is, could Mohammed set up a second strategy for people who don't have the 600, say have 300, but really don't know how to, they don't have the trading acumen to set up a strategy themselves, knowing that, there's no guarantees. Of course, it's, if it goes down below, say 30%, obviously you have to wait. At least, could that option be given?
Okay, let me explain why it's 600. We would have made it just 100 or 200. It's because of the limitation that comes from Binance. When the market goes down, there are some orders which were taking 0.5 times the initial order. The initial order is 3.39%. So half of that, which out of 600, it's $20. So half of that is $10, and $10 is the lowest amount that Binance is allowing for trading. So that's why we made it 600. It's not because we like the number 600 or we don't like people to trade with small amount. But so this is because this
Qcoin, yeah.
You can still trade. You can still trade with lower amount, I would say, but be prepared to add more funds. Like you need to tell the bot that you have to, if you're using the default strategy, you have to put 600. You cannot put less than 600. Put the 600 there, but maybe you have 300, but you know that in a month time, you can add another 300. You got me? So you put there that you have 600 in your Binance, but maybe in your Binance, you have only 300, but be prepared to add that in a short time, because if the market goes down to around 20% or 25%, then this whole 300 would be gone with the orders that have happened already in EasyBot. So you need to pump it with another 300. That sustains you for more than 51% drop. With KuCoin, what you need to do is to untick the default strategy, put the amount 300, and move on.
All right,
Keep the
got it.
same settings. don't change them.
Got it. So basically, if you want to trade with 300, you basically have to set up your own strategy right now with Qcoin, of course, if you want to do that. Got it.
With Qcoin, when you untick the default strategy, actually have the same settings of the default strategy unless you change them. So you can untick that, put 300 and move on. It will trade for you because Qcoin is allowing lower volume of trading, lesser than I think it was $5 or lesser than $5. So 300 is good to go for Qcoin, but you need to untick the default strategy.
All right. Awesome. Great questions today, Mohammed. Thank you so much for sharing. We've had a lot of questions around the $600. And just one last thing I'll say about that is, we certainly have an option. The EasyBot was designed from the very beginning to allow you full customization. So you're not locked into the $600 minimum that's required unless you want to use the default strategy. And so you've got full range of all of the features and functions in EasyBot. And if you like the peace of mind of knowing that there's a strategy that you can choose that puts you in a position where EasyBot trades consistently through all the ups and downs of a volatile market, then get the $600, use the default strategy. And the thing that I just want to leave us with before I hand it off to Coach is as folks that are participating in the crypto markets as investors, one of the things that I would encourage you to consider is something called dollar cost averaging. And this isn't directly dollar cost averaging, but it's based on the idea that you're adding funds to your account, to your investment on a regular, consistent basis. So maybe it's every week, or maybe it's every month, or maybe it's every quarter. But I want you to consider approaching using EasyBot in a way where whatever you get started with doesn't have to be all the funds it ever sees. Consider increasing your account. Get the peace of mind, get the confidence that you need as you get started. And once you have that, then put yourself on a schedule so that you're adding funds to your account every so often. It's just going to increase the rate with which you're seeing your profits grow, and it will allow you greater breadth to be able to trade into deeper dips in the market. All right, with that said, last couple voices you're going to hear is going to be Coach Ken, and any guests you've got, Coach Ken, for us. Coach is our global sales director, and he's so much more than that. He's an amazing friend, an amazing leader, and individual. It's such an honor to have worked side by side with Coach Ken for the last year. And if you ever get time to spend with Coach, you'll know how much he absolutely loves and cares about you. No greater feeling than that in the world. So Coach, take us out for today's call.
Guys, you can see why this company is growing at the pace it is with leadership like David behind the helm in the way of Chief Operating Officer, Mohammed as the CEO and the developer of the strategy, the brilliance that we have here on staff, guys, it's unbelievable. And I feel so humbled to be able to serve here. Guys, this whole thing was created out of a heart to serve one another. We were using another bot. We love bot trading. And we were all in on it because you didn't turn your money over to some unknown entity that said that they were trading it for you and then ran away with your money. There's been so much pain in this space, and we were tired of it. And when a friend of mine introduced me out of Asia to a bot, we ran with it. And all of us came together through that experience. And when the market dropped back in May of 2021, we found that that bot had us overextended, but it was customizable to some extent. And we had built a community because there was no customer service. So we were serving our community, helping them get more out of this bot, walking them through the pain of the market drop. The beautiful thing though, is it was spot trading. It was not leverage or margin trading where you can lose everything if you didn't meet your contract. Spot trading means you have the value of your coin. Mohammed explained this earlier. You have the value of your tokens at all times. If the market drops, you still have the tokens. Okay, that was the beautiful thing. It's why we loved it so much. But when the market dropped, Mohammed went into his office and took weeks and figured out how to customize that bot. He needed more of more freedom, more areas to customize. It was reaching out to corporate. They wouldn't respond to him. In the process, he came into our support room showed us how he got his bot into positive trading again. And the rest is history. We all started serving one another. Well, Muhammad served 3 guys that had large accounts. They were friends. They didn't want to come into the support room. They didn't want to show people how much were in those accounts. And he helped them get into positive trades. And they came back and said, hey, look, we're investors. And if you guys want to start your own bot, we'll finance it. And that's how this started, guys. It was all out of a heart to serve. It wasn't out of a heart to create a better bot. We were happy and would have stayed with the other company. Do you understand? We love you guys and we want what's best for you. Now, I went to day trading school and my instructor taught us how to make 3% a month spot trading. 3%. Now, you might not think that's a whole lot because what's out there right now in this crazy world of cryptocurrency, it's one Ponzi-preneur after another Ponzi-preneur promoting all these Ponzi schemes. And they're like, well, we're getting that a day. No, you're not. What you're about ready to do is get your head clubbed with a baseball bat, and you're going to wake up one day after you hurt so many people and yourself got hurt and your reputation got hurt. This is real, guys. This is real. Now, some people don't care about that. They only care about greed. They only care about lining their own pockets with money. But for us that have a conscience, we do care about that. And I went to day trading school. My instructor was in his early 30s. He worked 2 full-time jobs. While day trading, earning 3% a month, he was putting in his account his money that he didn't have to live on, got to $1 million in that account, and walked away from those 2 jobs. His wife walked away because at $1 million in that account, 3% was $30,000 a month. Now, fast forward that a number of years, not too many. He was still in his early 30s. He still had that same account. I was in the class. It wasn't a virtual class. We were in a classroom setting here in Naples, Florida. He opened up that same account. He was still making 3% a month. But now he had 3 million in that account. He was now earning 90,000. I know you guys that have been in affiliate marketing, you hear all these big numbers. Let me tell you, show me a product in this space that can do that can set you free financially. There isn't one. Okay? We just saw what this market did. And I know it's an example. All accounts are going to be different, but we're going to see similarities, guys. He made over 5% in a downturn market. My instructor taught us never trade against the trend. Guys, we opened up in March. If you saw what David did when he opened up that trading view, if you looked at March, that was the highest point of 2022, and we have dropped since. And I'm so thankful because we knew this bot would perform. We didn't know how it was going to perform, how well it was going to perform. Let me rephrase that. We knew it was going to perform great, but oh my goodness, this is phenomenal, guys. So as the market turns, and we believe that it will start a bull run here shortly. It might drop down to 14,000. I've read several analysts, they're thinking about 14,000. I've heard 10 at the lowest, but then the bull run's going to start. And if you believe in this industry like we do, holy smokes, guys. If we've done 5% in a downward trend, I can't imagine what this bot's going to do in an upward trend. So grateful. Now listen, we have an affiliate program that it pays down to 20 generations on one side of it, 10 generations on the annual bot lease. Remember what I said about my instructor? He worked 2 full-time jobs. He probably hated going to work every day. If you love this bot, listen, you'll max out the comp plan by just bringing in 10 people that upgrade. That's it, and are trading. You'll max out this comp plan. And you might think, well, that's a lot of people. Well, just bring in a couple then. Take the lid off, though, guys. A lot of times people have this lid that Zig Ziglar used to talk about, that we bang our heads up and then we don't go any further. He talked about a flea circus and how to train fleas. That he'd put a lid on a bottle and those fleas would pound their head up against that lid to the point where they realized in their little tiny brain, they can't jump any higher than that lid because it caused them pain. At that point, they would jump up and never go past that lid height. Then he could take it off, and that's how a flea circus was created. Well, some of you guys have been beat down. Some of you guys only believe in the bare minimum. Expand your belief system, guys. Expand your tents, expand your territories. Watch what happens. This bot is performing, and it's performing beautifully. We have the funnel systems for you. We have the tools, and more are coming, guys. We're only 90 days, little over 90 days, maybe 100 days open now, guys. I can't thank Muhammad enough for his servant leadership, David for his servant leadership, Breezy for her servant leadership, and Peter for his servant leadership. Those are the two people that head up our support. They're phenomenal servant leaders. We all worked together prior to EasyBot with another bot. We created this support system. We created this community, and out of this, look at what has happened. Guys, the sky's the limit here. A year from now, I can't imagine how many people we're helping and how many people we're blessing. And one thing that I really am excited about is the compounding feature in this bot, because you don't have to sit down and figure out, what your next initial order is going to be. It does it every single trade that it closes for a profit. It adds it to the bottom line. So guys, we love you more than Bitcoin and pizza combined. I'm going to bring in Bren real quick. Bren, are you here? Would you like to say anything? Bren is our national director over the British Isles. He is an incredible servant leader, and he is a phenomenal educator with this. I don't know if Bren's still available. I saw you were on earlier. Bren, you here, buddy?
Hey, Ken, I'm here. My signal's really bad, though. There's a storm here in Ireland, so I might be in and out.
If you want to close this out, if you want to talk about the Founders Club, whatever you want to do, and then we're going to close it for the day, guys. You've been here an hour and 39 minutes. You're amazing. But go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, I could walk through, just to change things up a bit. We could walk through a Founders Club presentation to close us out here, seeing as it's time sensitive.
Would you guys like to do that? There's still 174 people on the call. Give us a thumbs up if you'd like to close out with a Founders Club presentation real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Great call, guys. You guys are amazing. Okay, we got a bunch of thumbs up. Go ahead, Brent. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We're getting a ton of people saying thumbs up.
These are my own slides now, so, bear with me. But I'd just like to touch on some points that were mentioned earlier. One in particular, one woman mentioned that there was some so-called crypto bot companies that ceased operation in the United States. But I'd just like to clarify that many of them were claiming to be trading, claiming to be bots. They were using that as part of their exit strategy, with the usual playbook that they play once recruitment starts to slow down. But obviously one of the most attractive things about this product, as we all know, is your funds are staying in your custody. And in this shark infested waters right now, it really is a beacon of light, because there's so many things coming and going. Just like Ken was mentioning, a lot of people getting hurt. So we're excited to build a solid, reliable, sustainable project that's here for the long term. And there is no better time, as has been mentioned multiple times, to be dollar cost averaging into the crypto market right now. We're bouncing off a 200-week all-time low. So your statistical chances of buying into the top of the market right now is very low. So the average person, that is what they were doing. They are buying into this dip. And some people are going, well, which dip? Because there's so many dips, I've no money left. But if we are dollar cost averaging into the market right now, the bot is doing it automatically for you in the top 30 coins in the world by market capitalization. So you're strategically positioning yourself on autopilot, really, to be positioned for profits now and into the future. As more institutional money, as more regulation comes into this market, it's going to continue to grow. So obviously the foundation of this product, you have to have a belief in the long-term vision of the decentralization of finance, having transparency, visibility, and traceability of every transaction, and moving power out of the hands of the few into the hands of the many. And that's what is possible if we do this the right way. And EasyBot is the perfect entry-level gateway vehicle to capture a large piece of that market and serve others by sharing it with them. An easy product that removes the geek requirement, that allows people to get started and streamline the process of coming into this market. So we're all positioned at the perfect time. There's no better time to start trading with EasyBot than right now. You've missed a big 70% drop. No claims, but we have a very large builder in Texas right now that just started trading about 9 days ago. He's already seen, almost 3.5% on most coins for the last 5 trading days. So that's not average, that's not normal, but that gives you a glimpse into the future, because the price action of those coins he was trading is behaving similar to what you will see in a bull run uptrend market when we move out of this crypto winter. So just think what's possible once this strategy continues to be enhanced by Mohammed, who is extremely hands-on with this passion of his. Anyways, I could rant all day, so I will share my slides. Am I still coming through okay? Can you hear me, Ken?
Yeah, you're coming through great, brother.
Okay, thank you.
There's something about that Irish accent that really brings validity to this.
It's great. You can be talking nonsense and it still sounds somewhat intelligent. So I will pull up this. So this isn't for everyone. You are completely free to participate purely as a product user in EasyBot, but when you find something that works, it's very hard to keep it to yourself. And there's a very lucrative plan, affiliate plan, distribution model attached to EasyBot, which allows you to not only earn from the product itself, but add additional streams of income in this ecosystem by actually sharing it with. And what are you actually selling? You're selling a passive income producing asset that, once set up, doesn't require a whole lot of human intervention. And there's one compensation plan called the Founders Club, which is time sensitive. It's very powerful. There's still some spots left. So if you catch the vision, if this is something you want to run with and you're planting your flag here and building a sustainable income with a solid product with servant leadership, then this is a great place to do it. So the Founders Club, what is it? It's where EasyBot is going to be sharing 5% of their gross revenue for the lifetime of the company. The first 1,000 people that qualify. So all around the world, tens of thousands, eventually millions of bots are getting in and out of the market, buying and selling cryptocurrency. When they close out a trade or a trading session in profit, guess what's going to happen? 5% of that is going to go into a revenue pool. Now, this revenue pool is elastic. It can expand over time because, again, let's cast our mind back to the nature of this product. It's automatically compounding on a per trade basis. So the person that's trading with $3,000 in trading capital right now, 3 years from now, that's going to be significantly more if they stay the course. The next thing that's getting fed into this pool is 5% of every advanced and VIP sale. So that's almost $50 for a VIP sale all around the world, whether it's happening in Sri Lanka, New Zealand, Argentina, it doesn't matter, even if they're not on your team. It's going into this pool. The powerful part. There's a lot of revenue pools out there in rewards plans and compensation plans where they get diluted as the more people join. However, this is capped to the first 1,000 people. So you're only ever sharing this 5% of equity with a maximum of 999 people if you qualify and meet the qualification criteria. Now, speaking to the choir, many of you are aware of the power of compound interest, but as I like to mention, a picture paints 1,000 words, and the blue line on the right-hand side represents linear growth, and that's where you have a fixed amount of capital in an investment or an income-producing cash flow asset that's producing you a fixed amount of returns over an extended period of time. However, the red line represents exponential compounded growth, where the money that your money is earning you more money. And that effect compounding on itself over time is how you create wealth. And so keep that in mind when you think of this pool, because this can create retirement. We're not talking about what is going to pay out next month or what is going to pay out 3 months from now. The further into the future you can see, the better your short-term decisions will be. As a good friend of ours says, you're planting a seed right now that's going to grow into a fruit-bearing tree. So think about it long-term. It may only start with $50 each, $100 each, but eventually, as EasyBot starts to spread and the message spreads around the world and people's accounts are compounding, pool is going to continue to grow and it's not going to get diluted with more people joining. So how do you qualify? First thing is network marketing day one, class one, and that is find 3 who get 3. By going as wide as possible on your level 1, this is a uni level, you're going to statistically increase your chances of finding 3 people who are ready to run and lock arms with you and share this with 3 others. Everyone in this structure needs to have a paid membership, either advanced or VIP. It does not matter, all VIP, they could be all advanced, but you yourself need to be a VIP. You need to have skin in the game, be leading by example, because Mohammed and the founders of EasyBot wants to reward the people who helped in the beginning to build the foundation. But people do what you do and not what you yourself must be VIP if you want others to go VIP. Next requirement is that everyone in this structure is using a minimum of $600 in trading capital connected to the bot on whatever exchange. If you're deviating away from default out of box optimized settings and you're trading $100 on 6 different coins on KuCoin, do what you want, but it's your bot, you're managing it, funds are in your control, bots in your control. But as long as it's 600 or more in capital, you're good to go. So what's your action plan to hit the ground running right now and lock in your spot? First of all, you should focus on helping others, because that's how you win in this industry. You succeed to the extent that you help others succeed, and your success will be directly correlated to how many people you bring with you and lead by example, because a boss says go and a leader says let's go. So by leading from the front, you help simply focus on bringing 3 of your directs to Founders Club, and as a natural byproduct of that, by default, you are going to lock in your own spot in the Founders Club and create the right behavior in your organization. Next step is to prepare your crypto exchange with the minimum of the 600 USDT and the 995 to pay for your VIP membership. And then obviously share this presentation with your personal referrals and your team so that you can duplicate the right behavior and get everybody running for Founders Club to lock in their spot, and that will secure your spot. And think about how many founders can you get on your team, because somebody that's a founder on your team, they're going nowhere. If they're getting a passive pay raise every month, it might be small increments initially, but as an extra 10,000 bots go online every 30 days, a few years from now, that's going to be quite significant. And we're not making any guarantees, and I'm not going to even throw out hypothetical examples, but I'll let your imagination do that. You've seen how powerful the product is. The product's going to drive the rewards plan.
Ren, thank you. Awesome job. Well, guys, we're going to close it up. We appreciate every one of you. We're here to serve you. And we just love you more than Bitcoin and pizza combined. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and unmute yourselves. If we can you guys unmute yourselves on your own right now? If you can, or if...
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Awesome. God bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank
God
you.
bless
God.
Thank you guys. Great presentation.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Everyone. Awesome call. Bye.
Plant that seed.
Thank you.
Thank
You guys are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, all. Appreciate it. Thanks, Ken.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow, Business Builders Call, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know there'll be an announcement in the app in all likelihood, there is actually the Zoom schedules now in our dashboard on a desktop as well. God bless you all.
Thank you.